and they have been able to have a pilot project with the CRH across North America and even Europe. We did the same also with Elis Dawn. The challenges were a bit different. They wanted to, really focus on every solution for the construction job sites. So the same thing happened here. We identified over 100 solutions, 8 were selected, and then 3 entered, discussion for pilot projects with Elis Dawn. And finally, recently we've done also an accelerator program for Barton Malow. Here, it was a more niche. They were looking for a niche solution regarding feasibility analysis for construction work. And so the same here, we identified 30 solutions, a bit less than the other because it was, a niche tech. Well, 25 applied from the 30 and 8 solutions were selected. And they did pitch in person in the US at the Barton Malow headquarters. And now they're in talks with pilot projects as well over their solution. So now that I've discussed, a bit of our accelerator program, here's like our startup ecosystem. You can see, we're available across the whole world, especially North America and Europe, and even in East Asia now. So we have over 3,000 qualified startups. We have helped, 200 pilot projects with the corporates, and yeah. And you can see here that when you wrote the video that we have, a large database, and not only, names of startups and information, but also by tag technology. So what are their technology, so we can, help source faster and better, and everything is already in our database to be able to present to corporates when they have a need and when they have a problematic to find, the right solution. So here's also just a quick, quick overview of our global team. You can always reach out. The email is there. And again, very nice to meet you all. And my name is Angelo. That you can see me at the end of the people here. All right. So coming up today, very glad to introduce Joanna, the Innovation Project Manager at the City of Paris. And then we'll have, the 3 startups that will be presenting. So Omri from Kanyata, he's the Innovation Program Manager. Then we'll have Eric, the CEO of Solar Gaps, who will present also their activities. And finally, we'll have Baruch from RoadSense, who is also the CEO, and he's going to present also his solution. At the end of each presentation, we expect, to have some. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. And we also have a Q&A session at the end, to just talk about other things such as maybe smart cities initiatives or any other, news that you want to share with us here with our partners. And I'll also invite you to please all mute your microphone just so we have a smooth session. So just to start off here this session, I'm very glad to have Joanna. Joanna, if you're here, the floor is yours, and I invite you also to share your screen. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Hi, everybody. I will share a little presentation and be very quick about it. So, seconds. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, it's okay. Do you see my screen?
It's coming.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. We can see the black screen,
yes.
with, yeah.
Yes, 2 seconds. Sorry.
And so everyone knows we will send the recording to our partners because we had some friends from Pomerleau, from Saint-Gobain, Win Innovation, which is the innovation part of Bouygues in the US, from Kiewit. We have Soshi from Takenaka, who is with us today also. Some partners from Progresso's Aqua Ventures. So the recording will be also sent to all of these people, and they will have the opportunity to ask to be put in contact with each of the speakers today.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay. Yeah, you can see.
It's okay?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, great. Thank you very much for the invitation first. So I'm working for the City of Paris. We are the municipality of the capital of France. And so just to give you some numbers. Okay. about Parisian innovation, how works the municipality. So we are like 5,005 people, and so we support like 10,000 innovative companies. So I'm working for the innovation department, and so we are 10 person, and so we are supporting the innovation in Paris. We work with 25 incubators in Paris. And for us, it's really important to support people, but for us, people, it's companies. We believe also that the innovation is in public administration and in NGOs. So we have, just to give you a little barometer, so in 2022, we have like 5,000 startups. And between January and August, more than 675 startups. And you can see all the fundraising, the different deals that the startups that we are supporting are doing. And just to let you know, so I'm an innovation project manager in buildings, in smart cities, but we also support companies in deep tech, also in health and sport. And as you know, we will have the Olympic Games in a couple of months, and we are really happy to work about it. And I will let Impulse Partners in a few months talk to you about that, because we have a very beautiful project with them. And yes, we are really happy to work with Impulse Partners about it. Okay, so for us, as I was telling that, we have innovative actors in the city of Paris. And this is really important for us to support actors that try to face the socio-economic transition. And we are talking about impact, so social impact and environmental impact. And we have also a Paris Innovation Fund of 6 million euros that allows us to support these companies financially, and through the incubators, the experimentation, and the manufacturing. So this is what we are trying to accelerate the transitions in Paris, and try to keep our status of major capital of innovation in Europe. Through that, we also have, so as I was telling, the Parisian Innovation Funds, we also try to do sometimes some thematic call for projects. For example, last year we made a call for projects that allows us to have 6 startups that we can support through money and also through an experimentation in Paris. For example, we are working with small companies that are doing digitalized rooftop. And we also working with companies in food, in circular economy. For us, this is the kind of projects that we want to work with to create the smart cities of tomorrow. And we are also trying to develop a real strong network, because we think that it's good to support companies, but it's also better to work with them with the different directions of the city of Paris in construction, in food, and to allows her to have a project that they can experiment during like 12 months, and after get to the public markets. And yes, another thing, we have also a strong network about Parisian manufacturing. We call that Fab Labs, so it allows them to prototype some series of their projects, different projects. So it's really interesting too. And to finish, so yes, I was speaking about thematic calls. and about experimentation. So we have different kind of projects about experimentation. For example, we can have a building or a swimming pool that we need to make some construction, some stuff to occupy this building during I don't remember the words, but the phase where you have nobody. And we also respond to European call for projects with our startups because there is some funds to get to develop innovative projects in Paris. And to finish, we have a big events each year that I invite everybody. It's le hacking of the Hôtel de Ville. Now we call that the Paris de l'Innovation, where we can make some network in our main building of the municipality, the Hôtel de Ville, and it's a strength to have this kind of discussions around innovation and how you can innovate and create the city of Paris of tomorrow. And we also trying to have impact innovation awards to, yes, it's good to have money, as I was saying, but it's good to have a network in the city of Paris to work with our different directions and answer to their different needs, because we have our experts in the city of Paris, but we are not experts in everything. And it's really important for us to support startups that can respond to our main problems. And as you can see, sometimes we are trying to be international. It's hard, but sometimes we try to work with other countries. Last year we were with Impulse Partners at the City Tech Tokyo, a big event around innovation in Asia, and we will try to do the same this year. And that's it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Joanna, for the presentation.
You're welcome.
If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them now.
I have a question about the startups you are collaborating and working with. Are they exclusively French startup, or are you open to international startups that are developing products or services in Paris too, or of course in general?
Thank you for your question. It's a very good question. So we are working mainly with Parisian startup, but I'm talking about when we are talking about the financial aspects. If we want to work with startups and not giving them some money, it's possible. It's just that we have to make a public contract. But it can be possible to, but yes, to have financial support, it's better to be Parisian or to be from the Ile-de-France region.
Very clear.
Thank you, Zina.
Maybe another curious question, actually. With the context of the Olympic Games in 2024 in Paris, do you think that it kind of was a way to think things differently and put innovation in the center of it? So is innovation in the center of the Olympic Games? Is it something that the city of Paris has been working on?
Yes, exactly. I mean, the Olympic and Paralympic Games, this is one opportunity during the century, and I mean, everybody, when we are talking about the Olympic Games, we think about sport, but we believe that we can, it's a great opportunity to show our policies and to have opportunities for the companies that we are working with, and to show that, yes, we can do also innovations on different topics, and create jobs that will stay after the Olympic Games. So yes, we will try to develop different projects during this amazing year.
Thanks.
I had a question as well, Joanna.
Yes.
Do you take any kind of size for the startups? Do they have to have at least a product, or can they co-develop this, idea with you? What's the typical size of startups that you've been working with regarding the session also you implement?
To be honest, Angelo, the startups that we are working with, in general, they have less than 3 years.
Okay.
Because the fund that we have doesn't allow us to support companies that have more than 3 years, because you have to be an early stage company. And we think that after that, you don't need this kind of support. And if you are older than that, I think it would be better maybe to go on public market and make a contract with the city of Paris. So we will find other way to work with you, but not this kind of way. And we are really open-minded to work with different stage companies.
Clear. Super clear. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. If you don't have any more questions, maybe we can start with the startups presentation. Thank you again, Joanna.
Thank you very much to you too.
Thank you. All right. Maybe we can start with the Solar Gaps. Eric, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, and definitely it's a good time to start. Okay. Would you like to show my screen?
Yes.
As you prefer.
As you prefer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, now you see it?
Would you like to share your screen or because we're already presenting your slides?
Okay. So Solar Gaps is energy generating smart blinds. On the picture, you may see our product installed in Zurich. So currently we are starting a project with City of Zurich. It was a story that we started last year, but now it's already on the way to go. So we are producing blinds that generate electricity, and basically we can supply this energy directly to air conditioning for heating and cooling purposes. So basically our goal is to create such type of multi-family or office buildings which are close to net zero. Please, next. Yeah, next. So we started in 2017, and for now we have more than 300 installations so far, small and big, and we have 20 plus distributors. We also like working with some companies in France who are supposed to scale us. So right now we have one company in Nice and one company small in Paris, and looking for new partners and new opportunities, and probably City of Paris can be a good fit for us. Next, please. As a result, so you may see that our product can allow buildings to receive reputable LEED and BREEAM certification, attract global companies like Amazon and Google. So currently we have one project in Germany from Google headquarters in Hamburg, who interested in our solution. So this product increase like green reputation of the building, and energy generation is key point of our success. Please. So this is like in a glance. So our product generates 100 watt per square meter, but also prevent of getting heat about 400 watt per square meter for buildings. Our tracking mode allows us to track the sun and correct angle. Even in the winter season, we are very efficient because of the angle up to 60 degrees on the vertical facade of the building. Also, we have our own software which collect information and provide better user experience for B2B and B2C customers. This connection to BMS integration system for buildings and our own platform that we can control blinds basically from anywhere. You can get all this information on your smartphone. So we are using SunPower solar cells because of their like durability and high efficiency. It's up to 22.4%, and basically it have very low degradation ratio and quite very strong. It's more strongest solar panels on the market. So this like embedded self-cleaning features and like dust and peel resistance. So our product already like tested in different climate zone from Canada to Japan, Australia, and so on. So competition is definitely rooftop solar panels, but keep in mind it's about 70% of people on our planet don't have a roof to install solar panels on. So regular blinds can provide you shade, but doesn't generate electricity. And solar PV glass quite expensive, hard to install, and doesn't solve problem with overheating of the buildings. So in the case, I think that SolarGaps is uniquely positioned to address future challenges of smart cities. According to energy efficiency research made by Vienna company C-Consulenten, our products can deliver better performance than regular blinds and basically pay for themselves in different European countries for 5-7 years. So you can switch to another slide. So it's comparison to regular blinds. As you see, we can deliver 3 times better performance. This is our way. So we started from 2016 from NASA Innovation Center in Silicon Valley. We received first patent. Right now, we have patents in the United States, in majority of European countries. So this path we done together with European Commission. We funded by European Commission. We received 1 million grant award from Horizon 2020. And we was able to build small-scale manufacturing and supply our product to majority of our customers all around the world. Last 2 years, we received non-architectural award in Spain, and new award we received in Lisbon for innovation in architecture. So, by the way, we have a German Design Award for design of our product, and Smart E-Energy Award we received in Munich on Solar Expo for solar components of our product. Next, please. So this is a use case of B2B in Germany with payback period 6 years. So I think it's a great deal for any business to create new possibilities, even not to build anything new, but to refurbish old premises or old buildings to new standards like LEED and BREEAM. Here you see different photos. For instance, it's a pilot project that we done Port of Barcelona in Spain, Palma de Mallorca, EDP Renewables in Portugal. It's big companies in energy space which supplies energy to 15 countries. We made a pilot with EDP Renewables, and a lot of small offices and small shops like coffee shop in Slovenia. And as Kranj said, we become powerful with SolarGaps. So basically, we can power every building with our smart blinds. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Eric, for your presentation. Again, very insightful. All right, if anyone has any questions.
Maybe for your development in the next month and years, what are your principal objectives?
Currently, we are looking for additional space for manufacturing our product. So we was in touch with company in Nice about assembling our product for French market. Also, like Paris can be a good fit for assembling and scaling our technology. Because we started from the Ukraine in Kiev, we was faced significant challenges. But even despite of the war, we supply our product during all the war to our current customers. So our next goal for 3-4 months is to move manufacturing to one of European countries.
All right.
Very clear.
And maybe in terms of integration, let's say I have a building in Paris, an office in Paris, 30 story high. How long, will it take to fully implement SolarGaps on the building? Do you have any idea, maybe examples that you've done project in the past, just to understand, from the day I use your solution to the day I see results, what's the time frame?
Typically, it takes from 4 to 5 months. So okay. Small installation we are doing currently in 1 or 2 months. If you talk about 25 stories building, we have installation on 25th floor, So it's not a case about wind resistance and so on. We also have a good review from Port of Barcelona. Our blind survived during Hurricane Gloria in 2020. So it's very strong and durable. So according to manufacturing, as I said, so for small project, we can do very, very fast. For the large scale project, like 4-5 months, it's approximately period of production. And we can assemble locally. So we can ship components and ship electronics and assemble locally, for instance, in Paris.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again, Eric. So if none of us have any more questions, maybe we can move on to the next startups. Omri, the floor is yours. Again, Omri is Innovation Program Manager at Konyata, and he'll be presenting his solution. Thank you.
Very good. So I'll share my screen. Hi, everyone. Just a minute. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it. Perfect.
Very good. So hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, whatever it is. I'm glad to be here, and let's start. So Cognata is a leading global supplier of cutting-edge photorealistic simulation platform. Currently, the platform is being used for two main industries. One is the industry of smart cities, where we provide a simulation platform to municipalities and urban planners in order to test different planning alternatives in the urban environment, and then testing how those planning alternatives would affect the traffic flow and the road safety. In the world of automotive, we are providing our simulation for end-to-end training and validation of autonomous systems like autonomous vehicles and advanced driving assisting systems, which are also known as ADAS. So that is basically it. As you can see here, we are working with leading smart mobility institutions. We are working with the EIT Urban Mobility, with Carnet, with the Tel Aviv municipality. When we are working about automotive, we are working with Qualcomm, ZF, Hyundai Mobis, Kyocera, and many more. You can see here some more information about the company. So I will focus in this presentation mainly on our smart city solution, but if you have any questions about our automotive solution, you can go on. So let's start with understanding the problem that we are targeting. So road safety is a well-known issue in urban environments that we all know. That's why many municipalities and different institutions are targeting the Vision Zero approach, which aims at zero casualties in road accidents. The problem is that the city and other areas are very complex. They include both static elements like roads, signs, vegetation, but also dynamic elements like vehicles, pedestrians, micromobility, and many more. This makes it highly complicated to test planning alternatives within the city and check different what ifs. What if I would change the lane position? What if I would create a bus lane? What if I change the intersection planning or the speed limitation? And this is where Cognata comes into the picture by providing a safety digital twin, which includes 3D models with accurate replicas of specific areas within the city. And then using this digital twin, we can create simulations in order to test the effect of different planning alternatives and check how would they affect traffic flow and the road safety. So how is the process going? So first of all, we are targeting an accident-prone area within the city, according to the definitions of the municipality or the client that is interested. And then later on, we are mapping the area and creating a digital twin of it. Later on, when we have the static elements of the digital twin, we can create the dynamic elements, which is the simulations. We can place the vehicles, the pedestrians, micromobility, and more according to the unique safety features of the specific area. And then when we have the simulation results, we can analyze them using different analytic tools that we are using and provide the municipality with measurable, insightful, and important insights on the road safety in the area and the traffic flow. So what are the main advantages of using a digital twin in order to test different planning alternatives? I will go over each of them and try to give you the taste. So first of all is our accurate 3D models of real-world environment. Here you can see, for example, as a digital twin of a small town in Israel. On the right side is the digital twin, and on the right side is the real city, and on the left side is the digital twin. So you can see that everything accurately resembles the way that it looks in the real world, whether it is the sidewalks, the roads, the signage, the lighting, and so on. And this is the static layer of the digital twin, where it's very important for us that it would be highly accurate, as we want to provide our clients and municipalities with important insights on road safety. And therefore, it is important that it would really resemble the way that it looks in the real world. So this is one important aspect, which is the static aspect. But next, what is also important is the dynamic aspect, which is the different road users that are using this static layer, which is pedestrians, micromobility, which is cyclists and scooters, motorcycles, vehicles, public transportation, and more. Here you can see that we are providing a variety of road users and can test the interaction with them in the urban environment, and then provide important insights for every city and for each area within the city according to its unique features. And this is also coupled with our AI-based driving behavior, and not only driving, but also pedestrian behavior and micromobility behavior, which we can provide with the digital twin. So we can decide whatever we want about the way that the traffic would behave, and that would be highly realistic. Here you can see, for example, this is a digital twin that we have created for a road in California. So here we tested what would be the effect of adding a bus lane in a specific area, and we saw that it will cause a 15% increase in the traffic congestion. And this is due to our use of highly realistic driving behaviors of both vehicles and buses. And at the end of it, what is very important also to note is our large-scale simulation capabilities. So when we have the digital twin, the static layer, and we have the dynamic layer of all the different road users, we can create hundreds and hundreds and almost endless number of simulations for each area, and then testing what would be the effect of different weather conditions, different lighting conditions, different traffic conditions, different road conditions, and then be able to provide important insights on speed limitation, on intersection planning, on stop line positioning, and many other important elements for both road safety and traffic flow. So here you can see some of the examples of a project that we have participated in. So we have participated in the Raptor program of the EIT Urban Mobility, which is both our investors and partners. We won the CES 2023 award for our smart city solution. And we recently finished a very large-scale project with the Tel Aviv municipality, where we created a digital twin of a very large area of southern Tel Aviv and created very large-scale simulations in order to test planning alternatives within this area. So this is it. Thank you for your time and listening, and let me know if you have any questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Omer, for your presentation. Again, very insightful.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
I have the same question as before. What are your developments that you are expecting for the next few years, and also what kind of clients are you prospects are you looking for? Do you have some names internationally, but also in Europe more precisely?
So currently we are mainly targeting big municipalities which have large areas that they would want to model and to test, and specifically those that know that they have road safety problems and that are targeting the Vision Zero approach. So it could be either municipalities or smart mobility institutions that in many cases are both targeting the Vision Zero approach. So this is it.
Okay.
Very clear. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Thank you
perfect.
so
Thank
much
you.
again.
All right. All right, so we'll move on to the next presentation. Baruch, co-founder and CEO of RoadSense. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I will upload my presentation. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So hello everybody, my name is Baruch, I'm the CEO of RoadSense. We've established RoadSense in 2019 with one big question we had in our mind, is why don't we have smart roads? How come that municipalities, cities, corporates that are dealing on a daily basis with the public space have so much questions, but no answers about how people are flocking around the city, about how many vehicles, how many trucks, how many commercial vans are entering the city, and don't have the numbers. And in 2019, we were amazed of the situation. We understood that this is a global shortage or a global gap. And then we found that there are three major problems that are preventing cities from being really smart. The first thing is that there is no very accurate solution to tell the municipality what is happening on the street when it comes to people and vehicles and animals, which means that once you have a camera, and I believe that in Paris there's lots of cameras, it's like our eyes, okay? We can see, but we need to estimate or to deeply understand what is going on. The other thing is privacy. Once we have these eyes, we see people, we see faces, we see license plates, we see a lot of properties that can harm privacy. The third thing is, how do I provide information in real time, which means that there was an accident right now. There was over-occupancy in this area of the city. Something happened here right now. And all those accidents and incidents that the municipality needs to know in real time in order to act for the benefit of the residents. When we look at the public space, we usually look at it like this, okay? It's a one big chunk, but actually it is built from many small particles or small parts that combine the public space as we see every day, which means that crosswalk 1 is unique, and lane 1 is unique, and the park is unique, and the bus stop is unique, and crosswalk 1 will never act as crosswalk 2 because the number of people, because of the traffic, because of everything. Now, in order to understand all this chaos or mayhem that we're having in the public spaces, we've developed an IoT plus AI solution, which means that we're having a sensor, but the sensor will not provide you with data. We will, at the end of the process, we will provide you with answers. Now, if we look at the process that we are working with municipalities, is we are working the other way around. Instead of asking for pilots in the city, we're asking, hey city, what is your problem? Let's talk about your problems. Let's make it a KPIs, and your problems becomes our challenges. And this is something that we're very good at. If we look at our sensor, if there's one word that I will be happy that you will take from my presentation is simplicity. Okay, it's very easy to make a city a smart city. With this sensor, these are radar based, okay, which means that they don't have any lens, they don't need any maintenance. You just put them on a pole in a relevant location, And from there, we will provide you with all the information that you need to know. All it needs to work is power, okay? And that's it. And we are not asking to connect to your servers. We don't ask for almost nothing, just power, and that's it. When we look at the public space, this is our raw data, okay? It's objects with numbers, okay? But each and every object got its own story. We know its pattern, its location, its volume, its velocity, its direction, and then we know how to classify it. I say, okay, this object is a vehicle. This object is a person. And we are doing it very accurately. If we compare it to ground truth, we are standing at around 98% of accuracy. Cameras, just for you to know, it's around 75%. So we are talking about 98%, and with very close proximity between objects, which means that if we see a couple walking hand in hand, we will know that there are two people. This is how accurate we are. And of course, because we are working with radars, we don't care about the weather. We don't care about if it's a day or night. We don't care about many things that cameras are very sensitive to. If we talk about our outcomes, basically we provide two things. The first one is a dashboard. The dashboard convey or present the real-time information from the public space, occupancy, alerts, on and on. But another important aspect that we're providing is, instead of you for chasing the data by looking all day long at dashboards, we will send you a scheduled report according to your needs every end of the day, end of the week, and end of the month, with all the information and insight and conclusions that we're having from the public space. We've got a lot of advantages over today's technology. First, it's easy to scale. We cannot harm privacy. We are fully compliant with GDPR. It's not even a question. We're a source to target solution. We will take the information from a specific location, from specific a pedestrian crossing, from a specific part, from any corner of the city that needs to be or needs to get the attention, and will provide you a full insights about the environment around it. When it comes to use case, we are agnostic to the use case. We are doing bicycle lanes to understand how bicycles are moving in bicycle lanes. We know how to count people, traffic. We can help with city planning. We can understand the queue, let's say in a stadium, for how long people are waiting at the booth, and of course in safety and in homeland security. Because once we know how to find I would say, to read the real-time scenario from the street during activity times, we can tell what is happening during midnight, where we are not expecting to see any activity. When it comes to tractions, we are entering London these days. We're starting to work with Sasir in Spain and to enter the Latin American market, and in the US with New York City. And of course, we've got some really interesting projects here in Israel. This is from my side. If you have any questions, I will be happy to take. Thank you very much.
Very much, Baruch. Thank you very much, Baruch. Amazing. All right.
Yeah, in terms of financing, how did you manage? Are you looking for public financing, private financing, or are you independent in that way?
Like a very good startup, we're looking for money,
Yeah.
and we're looking for funding, but we've got a solid pipeline. Okay, with building projects outside of Israel. We started our global expansion. So we are not independent yet, and we're looking for funds. and it can be from all types. It just has to be interesting that we can do something together, and just instead of just how do you call it, stupid money? Yeah, we're looking for smart money. Yeah.
All right.
I see. And in terms of partnerships, have you ever considered looking for a partnership with a startup, another startup that you could work with? Is it something you have thought about?
No, with other startups, but with big corporates. For example, in France, like Bouygues and Colas, we had very good talks with them. We just were too early to start doing something together. But I believe that we can provide a very valuable solution to the municipality of Paris.
Do you have any? You said it's very easy to install. So did you produce them in? I mean, do you have like an inventory of sensors that you're able to deploy on, let's say, on a large scale? Are your solution is your solution ready today to be able to be deployed on a large scale? Let's say on a city, complete city.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we are ready for big scales. Of course, we will be happy to start with a pilot and then move forward to a larger scale.
Do you produce locally, or you're? I don't know how the sensors work in general, but do you get them? Do you source them from Israel, or is it there's any complication regarding the supply chain of those kind of radar?
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Sorry, I just wanted to understand. I mean, is it easy to assemble, or the supply chain of having the full sensor ready? Just in terms of flexibility regarding your products, if you want to maybe produce it locally or not, when you expand to France, for example.
We are flexible. We think very, very flexible when it comes to where to manufacture them and what to do with them. Okay. The thing is that how can we create value to the municipality or where we are entering? Okay, and that's the thing. We'll be happy to open a subsidiary. We will be happy to manufacture. We will be happy to do many things, just to create value to where we are entering.
Interesting.
Very clear. And to be sure, do civil engineering companies are of interest for you?
Yes, of course.
Client. Yeah, of
course. They are very good.
Okay.
Yeah, target market. Yeah.
Okay.
Very clear.
Yep.
We will keep it in mind.
Thank you very much.
All right. If none of us have any other question, maybe we can just move on. So again, thank you very much again to all our speakers today. Joanna from City of Paris, thank you so much. And also Omri, Konyata, thank you for your presentation. Eric as well for Solar Gaps, and Baruch also from RoadSense. And we'll also, I mean, again, we repeated it several times, but we'll be sharing, I mean, your presentation with the people that were here today, as well as the recording of the session. So just a quick glance overview of the next session that we'll have this year. We'll have the Sustainability Innovation session in April. We'll also have the Energy and Clean Tech Innovation session in July. And finally, at the end of the year, in October, we'll have the Digital Construction Innovation session. And yes, that's all for us today. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We're always available. Zeynep and I are always here to to connect you with the right people to be able for you to grow, and same for the partners that we have. So thank you again, everyone, and we'll hope to see you to see you soon.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.